is up, guys? It's Mike here, and today I have a very special review video for you guys. Today we're going to be looking at all 5 of the exclusive O'Reilly Auto Parts monster trucks. Alright guys, so this is very interesting to me. So recently, a couple weeks ago, there was a couple pictures going around where a lot of people thought these were custom trucks, and then it turns out these were not custom and these were actually at O'Reilly Auto Parts. And if you guys don't know what O'Reilly Auto Parts is, it's basically a car parts store. And one of the things that was a definite struggle for me and a lot of collectors in New Jersey is the fact that New Jersey has no O'Reilly Auto Parts stores. So when these trucks got released, I was kind of hoping they would go to Advance Auto or like a Napa or basically just any auto parts store. And sadly, that was not the case for here. And for people like me in New Jersey, the closest one to me was in Connecticut. So the drive 600 miles just to see if they were there, it was not worth it. So I did get these mailed to me, and I cannot thank you guys enough to the ones that mailed me 2 sets. Thank you so much. So, O'Reilly Auto Parts, I don't know if they're going to have a mix 2 of these. It'd be very interesting to see. But every truck in this mix, there is currently 5, and everyone has to deal with car parts. Now, me being into cars, I build Hondas and all that, and I have an Integra, and before that I had a 3000 GT. So most of these I do know, some I don't. But with that being said, we're going to start this off with the truck that I least on, basically ranking how I always do, the least favorite to my most popular favorite. Now with that being said, let's jump right into it. There's 5 trucks, and the only thing I really gotta complain is the fact that they don't have their own individual castings, but that's okay, because now we can actually compare them to what those car parts are, and, well, you'll see. Let's jump right into it. Alright, so my least favorite out of the entire mix of all 5 of these trucks is none other than the Camaro Bora? I can't say it, but I had the exhaust system on my 3000 GT. So, Bora, I forget how to say it because I haven't said it in like forever. Obviously they specialize in exhaust. I had a very mean setup on my 3000 GT. And it was a really good exhaust system, and that car was a lot of fun. However, I do not like this casting. I do not like this. Hot Wheels, stop giving us a Camaro monster truck. If you're gonna do it right, please size the car up to the chassis. So, this is truck 5 out of 5, and on the back here, you can see the other trucks on the back, which is the Mopar, which is the Dodge Charger RT, which makes sense. And then you got Bone Shaker Moon Eyes, which Moon Eyes I really don't remember, but I do remember going to like Raceway Park and always seeing those eyes on cars. I thought they were the coolest thing when I was a little kid. And then you got the K&N Podium Crasher, which K&N, they make a mean intake, and I actually have one on my Integra. And then the last one is Pure Muscle, and it's the Golf Station. But now moving on to the Bora Camaro. So we got the Camaro, and the truck type is muscle, the strength is smoking road tires, the crash attack is competition crush, and the motivation is to pound them into the ground. So with that being said, let's crack this thing open. And by the way, awesome work on the packaging here. I love this. I really like these packaging. It's awesome. So yeah, let's crack this thing open. So one cool thing when you open the packaging, you can actually see it has a start-finish line and a tire, and it's just amazing artwork done on that. I really, really like the artwork done on that, and honestly, the truck itself on the packaging I think looks better than the truck, the toy. Yeah. So moving on to the truck now. Now, I don't mind this paint job. I like this paint job. I love red and black. I like flames. I think the paint job is awesome. I like the red trim on the mirror, or the, the windshield. Let's get this out of the way. And of course, every one of these trucks do come with a little cardboard stand, which is really cool. I really like this. I like Bora exhaust systems. I like the whole flame, the black, the red, all that. I love the red fast line around the tires. That is on actually every single truck. This truck does have a red roll cage and a chrome chassis. And like I said, red windshield. So this is a matted paint job. And of course you got the Bora right here, you got 78 on the side, you got a little bit of flames on the side. It looks cool. I have nothing against this paint job or anything about it. I just do not like this Camaro. Hot Wheels, come on, man. If you're gonna make something like this, now you're going into the world of auto parts and stuff like that. Please make the car fit the chassis. Like, what are you guys doing? So this is actually the third different Camaro. We did see a orange one, I believe, which was the first one we ever did see, and that was odd, to say the least. And then we just saw this one again, probably around the same time this got released. It is in a 5-pack with Bigfoot, and I believe it is a yellow Camaro. It kind of looks like Bumblebee from Transformers. And now we're seeing this one, and this is the third time we are seeing it. So like I said, really cool paint job. I just do not like this casting. I think it could have been a lot better on, like, Bone Shaker or a different truck. I mean, I understand using a Camaro because the Bora or Boro, why can't I say that or pronounce that? I probably am pronouncing it like I just don't remember. But Hot Wheels, you gotta make this fit. Come on, please fix this. Please, if you make this Camaro again, or even for next year, just make the casting look right. Please. So with that being said, let's move on to the next truck. Alright, so the next least favorite truck in this list, I'm gonna have to go with Pure Muscle. Now, unlike the Camaro, which the reason why I really didn't like that truck, I mean, the paint job, everything was great. The casting is just horrible. This one, I like the other ones better. There, I said it. Like, I just think this one is just different. So, Golf was a gas station. I mean, there's still some around to this day. There's a couple in my area, but as far as I know, it was one of the most famous gas stations, and that's really all I know about it. However, this paint job that is currently on this truck, this paint job was on a Ford GT, and I think it was in the Le Mans racing, the 24-hour race, and that's the thing that caught my eye with this. So one good thing by Hot Wheels, obviously they've been around for 70 years or so. I'm really happy they picked off and they picked this paint scheme because it is very reminiscent of that Ford GT. And if any of you guys into racing and stuff like that, you would know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so here it is. It's Pure Muscle Golf. The truck type is pickup. The strength is raw V8 power. The crash attack is strong arm scramble. The motivation is to leave them feeling weak. So I'm not too sure if these are the same stats like off the original trucks, but I don't think they are. But with that being said, let's open up the 3 out of 5 Pure Muscle, I guess, auto part truck. Alright, so one thing I'm just going to keep saying over and over again because it just looks so cool. And if you guys notice, I'm opening these trucks in a certain way. I love this card art. I really, really love that card art. That is some retro stuff right there. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, Hot Wheels, you knocked it out of the ballpark with that. That's definitely one of my favorite things about these trucks, is definitely the card art. But yeah, with that being said, the Golf Pure Muscle truck, really interesting. Of course, it comes with its own stand. And let's just take this away. These are all the same, by the way. They have dirt on the top, and there's nothing in them. Typical Hot Wheels thing. Same thing that's like in the SpongeBob, Mario set, and the WWE set. So this truck does have orange rims. It's got a chrome chassis and a black roll cage. Every truck has this red line around the tires, which is very, really cool. I forget what that's called, but I really like it. And I love this paint job. This is a retro paint job. This is something really, really cool. For the older collectors and stuff, if you know what I'm talking about, that Ford GT and the Le Mans, I think it was a Ford GT, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was a 4GT. This, that's what this reminds me of. It's really cool. I like that baby blue. You know, it's got the orange, and then you got the old school retro golf logo, which is pretty sick. And then on the side you have the logo as well. You got the number 20. Now I can't remember if the 4GT was number 20. If someone wants to put that in the comments, I really can't remember that. And then you got Goodyear, Hot Wheels, and Monster Trucks Live logo. Really cool looking truck. Definitely an old school truck, and I think this paint scheme fits it. And honestly, Pure Muscle is definitely that square body type that you want this for. So honestly, Hot Wheels, you did an amazing job with this truck. This one is really cool. I really like this one. The whole retro nostalgia you got going on with this one, I think it's really sick. This is definitely one of my favorite trucks. When I do the end of the year video and ranking all these, this one will probably be in my top 10. So, yeah, that's a little spoiler alert. But moving on for the next truck in this set. Alright, and the next one in this set is none other than the K&N Podium Crasher. So Podium Crasher is a trophy truck casting, which is really cool. I love that casting. And K&N, they make oil filters, cold air intakes, and probably other stuff that I can't remember and think of, but really good brand. This is actually the air filter cones and the air filter and cold air intake I have on my Integra, and is actually the one that I had on my 3000 GT as well. So K&N, if you're into cars, building cars and stuff like that, you definitely know what K&N is, and it's expensive. You know, car stuff is never cheap, but K&N's definitely a brand you would definitely want to go with. And one thing that sticks out at me right off the bat by looking at this, and I don't know if you guys can see it before I say it, but there's headlights on the card, there's no headlights on the truck. I don't know what's up with that. But moving on to the back, really cool. This truck has a lot of sponsors. So on the back here, it is the Podium Crasher K&N. It is a pickup. The strength is the unbeatable engine. Crash Attack is Trophy Dash Clash, and the motivation is to stay undefeated forever. So I like how they kind of like centered everything around the motor with them, which is pretty cool because obviously they make the intakes, the oil filters, and all that. And this is also truck number 2 out of 5. And with that being said, let's crack this thing open because this is actually a really cool looking paint scheme. Alright guys, so here it is, the K&N Podium Crasher, and just like the other ones in this mix, I really love the card art. This has to be Hot Wheels' best card art ever, especially into cars and stuff like that. I think it looks amazing. But now moving on to the truck itself. Now Podium Crasher, I don't think we've really seen it that much this year. Now this truck did just get released with the Scorpion playset, which is a very fun playset, I must add. And that truck was pretty cool. However, this one, the K&N one, I really like this. So truck 2 out of 5. Move this out of the way real quick. And I'm liking the paint scheme. Now, obviously, I like anything black and red. I like how they basically intertwine those colors with the logo of K&N. So we got a orange rim with a black matted bead lock, which is pretty cool. And then you got the red trim on the tires. You got a chrome chassis, a black roll cage, and then you have an orange windshield, which is unique. Now, I don't know why Hot Wheels refuses to put headlights on trucks. They botched that with one of the Bigfoots this year, so I don't know why this one didn't get it. Maybe it wasn't in the budget. And then you got the K&N on the side, and I love this orange kind of like haze on the side. It paints a nice picture. I also like how they kept the logo going sideways. On the back of the truck, you got the 00 Hot Wheels, 00 on the roof, and then the K&N logo on the hood, along with Hot Wheels. Now, this truck is pretty unique because it has a ton of sponsors. So, I don't know if Hot Wheels just if that was in the deal, if that was like something with K&N, or what the case may have been, but this definitely is sponsor heavy. However, it is a nice looking truck and I really enjoy it. I think these ones might be some of the best that Hot Wheels has come up with, to be honest with you. So far every one looks really, really good out of the package. And K&N is no different. And Podium Crasher, I don't think we've really seen this truck a lot, but here in the past month or so, we got this one, and we have a Scorpion playset one. So, yeah, and also, I love the trophy truck body. There's just nothing you can argue with that. So, let's move on to the next truck. Alright, so my second favorite truck is none other than truck 4 out of 5, and that's the Bone Shaker Moon Eyes. So, I do not know much about Moon Eyes. I know it's more of like a hot rod car, so I can understand why they put that on Bone Shaker's casting. Now, growing up, going to Raceway Park all the time, you always saw these double eyes. I never knew what it was. You always saw it on funny cars, and it was always yellow. Still, to this day, I really don't know what Moon Eyes is, to be honest with you guys. But here it is, Bone Shaker, truck 4 out of 5. And looking at the back, you see the rest of the trucks. And with Moon Eyes, we got the Moon Eyes Bone Shaker, Hot Rod. And then we got the Skull Grinding Grill as the strength. We got the Crash Attack as the Skull Smackdown. The motivation to always leave them rattled. So, I like what Hot Wheels did here with the themes, with the stats, how it goes with that that theme of like the car and everything. Bone Shaker, we've seen a lot, so pretty tough to rank this one the best one. But I'm really curious to see what this looks like out of the box, so let's crack this thing open. Alright, so Bone Shaker out of the box, I have to admit, this is probably the coolest card art out of all of them. I really love how Hot Wheels added the flames coming out of the exhaust right there. I love how they added the headlights. That thing looks mean. That's really cool. Hot Wheels, you guys really did an amazing job. It's really, really depressing that these are only at O'Reilly's and I'm never going to see these in stores in New Jersey. That kind of stinks. But anyway, moving on. Bone Shaker, we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot of Bone Shaker. So, like, I want to say that Monster Jam's mascot is Gravedigger. For Hot Wheels, I would have to say it's Bone Shaker. Bone Shaker is everything. And with this truck, it's pretty cool. So, you got the Moon Eye stand, or whatever you guys want to call that, with the dirt. It's pretty cool nonetheless. But moving on to Moon Eyes itself. So, the truck is obviously yellow. The skull in the front looks really mean. I don't know why that looks different to me. Maybe it's because I'm not used to seeing a yellow Bone Shaker, but it is pretty cool looking. This truck does have a black roll cage and a chrome chassis with chrome rims and a red trim around the tires. And it also does have the Moon Eyes Racing Team. It's got the logo on the roof, the logo on the side. Plain truck, I would say not that much going on besides the yellow paint in the eyes, but nonetheless, if you know what Moon is, and if you grew up around a racetrack or a drag strip, you know, you always saw those eyes, you always saw the yellow, and I love how it's more towards like the hot rod cars and stuff like that. And for them to put it on Bone Shaker, I think it makes perfect sense. I think for a lot of older collectors and car builders and people that appreciate the hot rods community and stuff like that, I think for a lot of them, this would probably be their favorite truck out of this whole mix. Just the fact that everything with it flows pretty good, and the truck is pretty mean looking, to say the least. I really love, it's like a charcoal paint on the exhaust here, the headers, like, this thing looks cool. Hot Wheels, I have to say, this set is probably one of the best, if not Hot Wheels' best set of 2020. So let's move on to my favorite truck. Alright guys, so here it is, my favorite truck out of this set, and it's none other than the Dodge Charger RT Mopar. So, if you guys know Dodge, if you guys know Dodge darts, anything like that, Mopar is everything Dodge. So it makes perfect 1000% they put Mopar with this Dodge Charger. If they would have thrown Mopar on something that's other than a Dodge, oh boy. But they did an amazing job with this. I love this paint job. I love this casting. I love this truck. It is really cool looking, and I cannot wait to open this thing. So green and purple as a paint job always kind of like has that vibe where it's going to be something really cool looking or something really bad looking, and this looks really cool. So the Mopar Dodge 70 RT Charger, the truck type is muscle, the strength is the Hemi engine, the crash attack is the horsepower hustle, and the motivation is to race over its rivals. So really interesting. Now, the Dodge Charger RT, we haven't really seen it. This truck, this casting, we've only seen it in that red casting in the beginning of the year and last year, and I don't think we've really seen it again. I could be wrong. I think there was an orange one, but I cannot remember. But with that being said, let's open the final O'Reilly's truck, and it's pretty interesting that this is my favorite one, and it's truck 1 out of 5. I just realized that now. But yeah, let's crack this thing open and take a look at this. Alright guys, so here it is. This thing is pretty cool. So one thing I noticed right away, obviously, whoever did the art, the card art on this, deserves like a raise or something, because these things look amazing. However, the grill on this actually looks just like the Charger in real life. Now, I haven't looked at the truck yet, so let's see. Oh, wow. Wow, okay, you can see it. That's pretty cool. So, probably can't see it in the camera, but it looks just like the grill on the picture here. That is awesome. But, yeah, this card art, God, they did so good, and I'm so happy I opened these to where I didn't destroy it. God, that's awesome. But yeah, moving on to the truck. Purple and green, like I said, it's always a unique color for me. It's either on something I really like or I really don't like. And I think this flows really nice. So we got the Mopar Dodge Charger RT. And we're going to move his little stand here. And just like every truck in this mix, this truck does have that red line around the tire. I forget what that's called. Every truck in this mix does have a chrome chassis. This one does have chrome rims, which the other truck in this mix was Bone Shaker with that setup. And if you can see the sparkles in the green paint, I think that's what really makes it and why it eye pops towards me. So we got obviously the black, that's supposed to be like the convertible part, and even that looks really cool. Then you got the purple with that green. It looks like the sparkles are only in the green paint. I don't know if my camera's picking that up as well, but as I'm trying to look, yeah, it's only in the green. Then you got the Dodge, you got the Mopar logo. I mean, this thing's pretty cool looking. The grill is something I really want to focus on here, because the grill is actually purple. And the fact that Hot Wheels did that with this truck is pretty cool. So I really like how they did that detail. They made the grill look just like it did on the picture. They put the purple in there. You know, they could have just made it black, but putting that detail in really makes this truck really shine. I like the silver around it. I just think this thing looks really well put together. God, this thing's awesome. But yeah, so these trucks are really hard to find. Unfortunately, if you live in New Jersey, if you live in Pennsylvania, these trucks are not around. And you will have to settle paying eBay prices, or you would have to find someone in the community that has an extra set. These, I think, honestly, my own personal opinion, besides the Camaro truck, because that casting is just too weird, I think this is Hot Wheels' best set of 2020. I don't know if they're going to come out with anything else. I don't know if there's going to be a mix 2 of these, or what the case may be. But every single truck, besides the Camaro, I really like. I think they look amazing. I think the detailing on them, just everything looks great. There's really no issue with any of these. And if you're into cars, you know cars and stuff like that, you can get why they picked those certain trucks and those certain castings. So whoever designed this, really, you did an amazing job. I really think you guys did an amazing job. This is something other than the Bigfoot trucks from Hot Wheels that I'm happy to have, that I would go out of my way to get, and I think every collector should have this. And if you're into Hot Wheels, if you collect the Hot Wheels cars, then obviously you should get these anyway. But with that being said, guys, let me know if you found these, if you have these, if you're interested in getting these, or if you think the Camaro is the best one. The paint job on it is awesome. I'll give it 10 out of 10, but the casting is just, oh my god, please fix it. But come on, like, this is a car. You know, and look how good that looks. What'd you guys do there? But, you know, with that being said, guys, I will see you in another video very shortly, and let me know what you guys think about these cars. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in another video very shortly.